Hello, I'm David Cassidy with the weekly market summary for the week ending Friday, the 2nd of October. Donald Trump dominated equity market sentiment last week. Firstly, there was the extraordinary US presidential debate debacle between Donald Trump and Joe Biden on Tuesday, the 29th of September. And then, Friday, 2nd of October, news broke that Donald Trump tested positive for coronavirus. As a consequence, we saw betting odds on Joe Biden's US election victory increase and the classic equity market shoot from the hip, sell first and ask questions later reaction, with share prices marked down on Friday. However, as you can see from the accompanying table, it wasn't enough to stop the majority of equity markets from ending the week higher. Although Friday's news regarding Donald Trump means the outlook is a little more uncertain at the moment, it is important to keep an open mind about how things will evolve. And we believe that this could increase the pressure on the Republicans and the Democrats to reach a deal on a new US fiscal stimulus plan to help those Americans that have been hard hit by the coronavirus outbreak and associated lockdowns, which will be positive for equity markets. The need for this stimulus was underscored by a report released last Thursday, the 1st of October, which showed US personal income dropped sharply in August to minus 2.7%, thanks to the expiry of the extra $600 unemployment benefit payment. Given that a significant proportion of consumers in the USA, like those in the UK, live from one payday to the next, it's only therefore a matter of time before this fall in income is reflected in a slowdown in consumer spending and GDP data, as the US consumer accounts for 2/3 of the US economy. Besides Donald Trump and coronavirus, our focus during the week was on the US ISM manufacturing data, weekly US jobless claims data, and September's US non-farm payroll employment data. And the clear takeaway from all of these data releases was that the US economy continues to recover, but the recovery is starting to slow. In other words, the V-shaped recovery we have seen since the dark days in April is starting to morph into a Nike swoosh. In other words, still a strong recovery, just slightly slower. For example, the ISM reading for September came in at 55.4. Now you remember, 50 is the line separating expansion and contraction. So this reading shows that the US economy continues to expand. However, as the reading was lower than the August reading of 56, it suggests that the expansion is no longer accelerating. While both the weekly initial and continuous jobless claims data declined, which is an improvement and therefore positive, the payroll data showed a rise of 661,000, reducing unemployment to 7.9% from 8.4%. This smaller than expected gain suggests to us that we're unlikely to see a continuation of big employment gains we have seen since May, as without government support, businesses are now starting to close. Hence the Nike swoosh-shaped recovery and the need for the Republicans and the Democrats to reach a deal. Elsewhere, headline Eurozone CPI inflation came in at minus 0.3%, while the core rate, which excludes volatile items such as food and energy, fell to 0.2%, a record low. Given the European Central Bank's, the ECB's target is for inflation to be close to 2%, these readings suggest to us that it is now a case of not if, but when the ECB provides additional monetary stimulus. Looking ahead to this coming week, besides the help of Donald Trump, we'll be focusing on the minutes from the Fed's last monetary policy meeting. Additionally, we have the US jobless claims data, UK industrial and manufacturing production, UK gross domestic product, Eurozone retail sales, and Chinese PMI data. Additionally, we have the next presidential debate, this time between Vice President Mike Pence and Senator Kamala Harris on Wednesday, the 7th of October.